This guy can do it all.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. It's Brinson. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Mustangs will hustle to the line. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on third down?
Looking to get it in. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Huskies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Williams will pass. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge...
Catch inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Washington coming to the line with another first down. There's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice...
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Jennings. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He got loose, almost housed him, finally dragged down at the 32. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive.
It's a big stride inside the 10. That should be the final play of the first half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. From the gun. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Sends it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. Discards him with the stiff arm. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Williams looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Here we go. On fourth down, going to the air. That's a fly. Touchdown, Washington. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Renson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Huskies.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Connection to the right. Touchdown, SMU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Makes the grab on the big throw. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throwing on the run. Hits him in stride at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Williams will pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the...
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Look out, he's got room. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive.
Snags it up the 30 and still running. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Williams looking for a man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Washington wants to go quickly. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense back. It's a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
So he chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, they're after him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Under fire. Quickly to the tight end.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line.
Oh, he's got some space. Puts him in. He smashes his way through again. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They're dealing with a second and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the catch. It's Cooper. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. They get it in for the 2-point conversion, and we have a 4-point game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Washington.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Boston.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Williams will pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Might be looking to run. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the 4th quarter.
And it's a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game.
Turning it on! And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Back to pass. Going for 6. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
They'll try to run it in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to punch it in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Touchdown, SMU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep.
Brings it down on the right side. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. The offense changing the play. On the run, still looking. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm.
The Lone Star Showdown. The rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Handoff from the gun. And he's still running after the move. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
Well, and that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches that patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Going deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to throw, it's Reed. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his big tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Concepcion. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Finds the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Snagged out of the air. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got him downfield. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Manning. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
I love the effort by the defense. The last play, gain of no yards. This play, they get a sack. They're playing excellent defense right now up against their own goal.
Big fella moving. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and we talk about tackling as a defense all the time. 3rd down, money down. They catch the football. Nice job breaking on it, getting them on the ground, and not allowing any yards after the catch.
He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Unleashes to the end zone. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
That's caught. It's Craven. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He fires a bullet to the right. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggies.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking to throw, it's Reed. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Get it out on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And I just love the offense managing the clock in that situation, David. There was absolutely no panic. Calm, cool, and collected all the way down the field, scoring the touchdown, and now giving themselves an opportunity to take the lead here near halftime.
And the other side of that coin, Palmer, is the defense, man. Like, we got to keep them in bounds. We got to make sure we're not giving up big plays. They can throw it over the middle of the field. The clock's our friend, and they didn't execute good enough down the stretch of that drive to force a field goal.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Green 25.
He wants to throw it. Under fire. And he's not going to get it away. The defense comes up with the sack, and the offense helped them by not just kicking the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Rush is on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so we're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Dances away to buy time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Fires left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. First play of the drive, wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Quickly out to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got him first down at the 44. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man. It's Moore. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Here's a hit. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. 2nd down now after the sack. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter. You got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Now adjusting. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. So
trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Oh, the ball's out on the return. Kicking team's got it.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run. Trying to dislodge the football, you've got to do a better job of ball security.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close, and the pressure will get there. The sack, down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Finds a little space.
This defense knows that turnover games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Got a man, it's Moss.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. That's it, 5. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's running free down the middle. Past the 20.
Defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll line up to go for 2. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But
he lost it high and deep down the left side. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.